Hi, I hope you're doing well, and I hope the little adage of more in 2024 is serving you well here as we enter the last weeks of January. So I just wanted to reach out to you. You know, a mentor of mine, John Maxwell, I once heard him say, you know, you won't change your life until you change something you do on a daily basis, and you know that really resonated with me. And last week I kind of shared one of those things that you can do on a daily basis. We talked about the 3-2-1 journal um, and the benefits of doing that on a daily basis. But this week, I just wanted to share with you one other practice that can have a dramatic impact on you and your practice if you choose to pursue it. And that's really a very simple component, and it doesn't happen very often, and not many people do it anymore. But it's one simple thing: spend 15 minutes a day reading something that's nonfiction. Now it sounds really simple, but you know, I heard the phrase "study, practice, teach" a long time ago, and that really resonated with me. And so, my encouragement to you, when you combine the study, practice, teach philosophy with John Maxwell's principle of doing something on a daily basis to change your life, I can tell you that spending 15 minutes a day reading something nonfiction, there might not be a better way to have an impact on your future than that in itself. You know, I'll tell you a quick story. I started doing that probably about 15 years or so ago, 20, maybe 20. And when you start reading on a daily basis, it literally changes the way you think. And so if you're interested, you know, a couple of examples, John Maxwell's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, you start reading that and it changes your enthusiasm levels. It changes the way you think. And the way you think impacts the way you feel, and the way you feel impacts the actions that you take on a daily basis. So the things that you're consuming, the things we're putting into our brain, we have control over. And picking up a good book and the people always ask, what should I read? Well, I'd recommend reading a book around a problem that you have or a purpose that you have. So this one here, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, John Maxwell, amazing book. If you want to get excited about what your potential is, I would highly recommend that one. But here's the cool part. Once you start studying these books, you're going to want to take some action. That's the practice component. And putting things into practice, personally and professionally, will make all the difference. You'll become a person of influence. And so the last component of reading, and when you start to spend 15 minutes reading, you'll start studying things. You're going to start thinking differently. You'll start feeling better, and you'll start taking different actions that are going to have create positive momentum towards things that are important to you. And then the interesting part is, if you're in sales, which most of you, if you're following this newsletter, here's the really interesting part. You're going to start to build some influence. People are going to start to notice. And if you're in sales, it could be your clients that will notice a difference. If you're in a referral-based business where you have people referring you business and you've got strategic partners, they'll start to notice a difference. And they're going to start asking you what you're doing. And the interesting part is that's where the teach comes in. So many of my coaching clients and even myself, one of the things we've done is when we study something, we put it to practice, and we've had an impact on us personally and other people see it, they start asking. And I'd encourage you, many of you have started book clubs, or many of you have started events where you're teaching. I love that concept. So study, practice, teach is where you start to share what you have put into practice that you've been studying. So it's the reverse engineering of it. It will create influence for you in a way that is incredibly organic, and it's authentic, and it's making a difference in people's lives. You know, there's a couple here. So I mentioned John's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws. One of my other favorites is Brian Moran's book, The 12-Week Year. We've talked about that one. By the way, you'll notice my jackets aren't off here. I'd love to be able to show the covers. Some amazing books. But The 12-Week Year, Brian Moran has put this together. It's a great book to help you get more done in less time, to be more productive. Another one of my favorites is Never Split the Difference. Maybe one of the best sales books that I've read. It just helps you understand how to use curiosity to get the results that you're looking for. And so Chris Voss has written a phenomenal book. I'd highly recommend that one. And if you're not a fan of Dan Sullivan, I'd encourage you get 10x is easier than 2x. You know, I surrounded myself with some folks in the Accelerate boardroom, and one of the clients in there read this and literally has transformed his business. He got one idea, and that's the great part about reading, because one idea, well executed, can change your life. So you're getting a very simple principle here: reading. Doing that on a daily basis can change your life, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to hear something, read something that's going to make it that you're going to want to implement. Coaching client decided he was going to narrow down his list of clients from about 400 clients down to 40. He's literally working less, making more money, spending better quality time with his family because of one idea he read from a book that we were reading in the Accelerate Boardroom. So I'm just going to encourage you guys, take action by doing something different on a daily basis. And there's not a better way to do it than grabbing some of these and just spending 15 minutes inside of that and studying it, putting it to practice. And if you feel compelled, share it with people that you care about, and it'll change the trajectory of your business, and it'll help you win at home. So I hope they find that useful. If you do me a favor, please share this newsletter, forward it on to somebody, and ask them to sign up. We'd love to have them. We're trying to build a community here of people who are building an authentic business through personal development, becoming better leaders, and building better relationships. And if that's you, feel free to share it, and let's go make a difference in the world. Thanks so much.